biggest battles in music history is Taylor Swift versus Scooter Braun as well. Of course, he had beef against other musicians, but Taylor Swift was the first music artist to really fight against the music industry and how unfair the music industry really is. It is kind of strange that that they won't let you own your own songs that you've written yourself. Like, yes, if you don't write your own songs, then of course I don't really think you should own a song you didn't even write. For example, most old songs are written by the studio and not actually written by the people itself. Like Frank Sinatra and Elvis did not write their own songs; they just took it from other people as well here. But many artists are trying to get back their own discography for themselves. Many, especially soul artists, who do write their own songs about their own experiences in life as well. Even many major artists like Coldplay and Ed Sheeran, they do, I think, to some degree, own their own songs. But what happened is Taylor Swift, at a very young age, signed a agreement to the record label saying, "Hey, you know." You technically will not own your own songs, but we will allow you to, get your songs to become popular as well here. And basically, then Taylor Swift decided to basically say, you know what, I'll rewrite these songs if you won't let me sell them. I'll rewrite every single album, re-record every single album and re-release them to make sure I own these albums as well. Also, the Taylor's Version collection does include songs that have not been released. So people are saying, well, what's the point of those versions now if he owns every single album now? But even then, the Taylor's Version still has, new songs that have never been seen before as well. Swift's first album has basically been sold, the Sandmark by Braun's company, Hybe, and $2,300 million as well. True Taylor Swift did not reveal, but he did pay around $360 million back for both albums as well. It's still a fraction of the amount of money he actually has, but he's paid a lot of money just so she can own her own songs. Well, I do kind of find it sad and pretty ridiculous that these are her own songs. She should be allowed to own her own work. It's like if a game development team decided to say, you know what, let's make a game. Oh, you don't actually get to own that. You don't actually get to own whatever thing that is. And I do think with the music industry, if you write your own songs, you should be able to own them. If you don't write them, then guess what? It's a limbo as well. But if you write your own songs, I think you should be able to own them. I think that is, but yeah. Every time a new artist has negotiated their own master recordings to the record contract because of this fight, basically, And a lot of other artists now actually want to own their own songs as well here. And I know a lot of people hate Taylor Swift for very ridiculous reasons as well here. And also about, I think this is like the areas of Taylor Swift used to live. But I think it is kind of ridiculous that an artist can't own their own music in the music industry. And for a long time, it was just considered the norm because, hey, you get to have your songs on the radio, though. You get to be famous. You don't get to own your own songs. But you still get the money, from these songs as well. You still get to make money, but you don't get to actually own the copyright to their songs as well. And really, this whole thing is a lot of copyright, mumbo jumbo that I don't want to get into, obviously, but because I'm not really well known with copyright, but I do think if someone writes their own songs, they should be allowed to own their own music as well here. So this is going to be a very pivotal moment in the music industry 100%. Whether if you like Taylor Swift or not, I do think in terms of music history, she will probably be one of the most, she will probably be remembered for centuries, I think, even considering the fact that people will, they'll say, hey, remember, there was a time where artists didn't own their own songs. And then Taylor Swift came around and said, hey, why can't I own my own songs? Why do I not have the copyright to my own songs? Which is pretty ridiculous, if you ask me. If you're a fan of Swift or not, it's pretty ridiculous that, an artist does not own the copyright to their own music. Their own music they write. Okay, it's different if you do not write your own songs. For example, Frank Sinatra, he did not write a single one of his songs. They're all written by like a corporation so he can perform. That's the difference between a performer who, it is technically their songs because they're still sung by that person, but it's still singing that for a performance. Okay, the difference between like Taylor Swift is he's making those songs herself. She's not, saying, hey, team of 20 songwriters, please write this song for me. Like, for example, Beyonce does. Okay, Beyonce, she has like 20 or 30 songwriters that help her write songs for her. As well, I think a lot of female rappers do as too, as well, because of course a lot of artists, they want to have the perfect radio song as well. And yeah, there we go about this video here, and this is a pivotal moment for the music industry, because a lot of artists are now going to do this as well. They're gonna make sure that the music that they made, any artist in the future, it will belong to that artist or that person in general as well here. And that's what this video here. Goodbye.